Welcome everyone, it's Ecom Rebel. I'm back live again tonight. We had a little bit of a misstart then. I forgot to do one of the steps, so hopefully everyone will pick up the next stream that I just started again. Alright, so we've got someone on board already, Mr. Bazinga. How you doing? So tonight we're going to, first of all, we're going to draw the winner. We do the giveaway every day. So if you commented on the last post, you had a chance to win. So all you need to do is like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, and do a comment or a question, and put your Bitcoin Cash address, and you can win. So let's go through now and pick a winner. Who's it gonna be? All right, here we go. Florin P. Hi Ecom Rebel, great video. Subscribe to your channel, turned on notification on, and shared the video with my fellow friends. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And you've got yourself some Bitcoin Cash. I'm going to give you $10 of Bitcoin Cash. We'll do that now. So congratulations, Florin. Now let me find where we got here. Make sure we got Exodus open. Here we go. All right, so it's good that I got it on now. Make it a bit quicker, and you guys can see how it works. So you just go into Wallet. We click on Send, and we'll drop that in there. We'll just double check that we got the right one. One MVC. QPY, B for Bob. Yep, that's the one. $10 USD. Only a couple of cents to send that. You should get that pretty quickly. So if you can let me know that you received it, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Just put in the comments, it'd be great. All right, so let's close that one down. So no question, but thanks for that. We'll get to some other questions shortly. So let's see who we got on live. Mr. Bazinga, Algie. Yep, Algie. How you doing? And, oh yes, I forgot to turn on my screen. My goodness, let's turn that on here. There you go. You can actually see what I'm doing now. My goodness. I'm not starting again. I have to get better. All right. Hi Pro Teams, how you doing? Okay, so we've got our winner, which is awesome. We'll have a quick look at the news. I picked out a few items in the news to have a look at today, and also look at the market. So let's have a quick look at the market. So you guys probably already looked at the market today. Ooh, it's doom and gloom. We got down 6% on Bitcoin, 5% on Ethereum, Ripple's down 11%. Bitcoin Cash down 7%, Cardano down 10%, Stellar minus 7%, Litecoin down 6.4%, NEM down 15%, IOTA 8%, Dash down 5%. So look, we've had a pretty much all red all the way down to Populous, a little bit there. Nothing, yeah, doesn't look that exciting, but let's have a look at what did do well. DGXDO, H-Share, Game Credits, Syndicator, Mediblock, and Populous. They all did well today. So there is some, even though there is days where the whole market go down, there is other coins that actually go up and go up significantly. So that does happen. But across the board, it was down. Not too worried. 5-10% doesn't bother me too much. We're at 10,000 for Bitcoin. Ethereum's at 1,000. Yeah, it does add up over a few days. You know, look, we were at 20,000 for Bitcoin. Now we're at 10. But yeah, it's only. I think if we don't pick up in by the February, if it doesn't move on up, we could be looking at lower for Bitcoin. But my preference is it's going to be moving on up. Okay, and I've talked about that in some of the previous live streams. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. This is the time to buy. When the markets are down, it's time to buy. Now, it might not be a good idea to swap one coin for another. So if you've got Bitcoin and you want to get Bitcoin Cash, you know, buying it when it's dropped in price doesn't mean any difference because they're both dropping in price, okay? It's only when they're compared to each other and relative to each other that it matters. But when the whole market's down like this is when you would use your, you know, cash to purchase this. This was when you would buy more of a currency. So for example, if you're on Coinbase, you would then buy more Bitcoin or more Bitcoin Cash or whatever one that you wanted to get, you could buy it. And that would be the best time to go from fiat into crypto, okay? Because when this starts reaching new time highs again, when we get back to 20K, when it goes to 25 and 30K and it's reaching new highs, then you'd be thinking, I should have bought more, okay? And that's what you'll experience. Like when Bitcoin was 5,000, when it was 1,000, when it was 500, it would have been much better if you were buying you know, had more to buy then. So yeah, just wanted to let you know it is a good time to buy. Okay. All right. Let's have a look. So we've had a look there. Let's have a quick look at some of the news that I saw come out. So there was one report I saw was Dr. Doom, which Professor Nouriel Roubini, I think say his last name, Roubini, calls for stablecoin Tether is a scam. Now, if you don't know about Tether, we can Google it. I'll show you what Tether is. It's actually on CoinMarketCap. So if we go down a little bit, you'll see Tether. This is Tether here, okay? You'll find it doesn't really move much, and there's a reason for that, because it's meant to be tied directly to the US dollar. Okay, so if we go through the website, so we'll have a look. Now, actually, if you can have a look at the chart here, so it's meant to stay at price $1 pretty much the whole time, but it does actually fluctuate. And with the markets, you can see where it's traded. Okay, so it's USDT, which is the Tether, and it's tied to the US dollar. This is how it works. So the idea is that if you're putting actual dollars in, put physical money into it, then let's say you have US dollars and you put that into your trading account. Okay, that's fine, it's there. But if you need to get that US dollars out and transfer it into another account, you can't actually do that. You've actually got to take the funds out and physically transfer it like into another bank account of that exchange. Now, Tether, the idea behind Tether, I believe Bitfinex, Bitfinex is the creator of Tether. So the idea behind it is that you don't actually have to use US dollars as such. You would put US dollars in, you would get the Tether for it, which is equivalent to US dollars. And then you can actually move that within Bitfinex, and you can actually trade anything that you would normally trade US dollars, you can trade with USD. So it's an integral part of the markets, and it's been around for some time. Now, there is some concerns about it, and if we have a look at this article, basically he's saying that Tether's a scam, and it's meant to artificially prop up the price of Bitcoin. Okay, and it goes on to say, I think I've read this one out before. This one here is saying they've issued there was 400 million, I think it was, of fake USD in 4 days to prop up the price of Bitcoin. So that was a little article I have read earlier. Now, also he was famous for predicting the economic crisis of 07-08. And there was this little article here where they wanted to audit Tether. Now, I'll get to why this is important, but this is the other article. And this, these couple of people here, it talks about how they went along to Bitfinex, okay, and they checked out the books and they said, oh yeah, everything's fine. The give you an example, Bitfinex holds 1.1x billion of USD. So and the other one, the Tether accounts holds 1 billion USD. Okay, so combined, it's 3 billion USD. Now that's a lot of money, right? And the argument is, when you're with crypto, it's pretty simple. It's a currency and it fluctuates, okay? So whatever the value of Bitcoin is, it's because we give it a value. It's the last person who buys and sells, all right? So the if basically you've got the you buy and sell the currency, that gives its price. With Tether though, it stays the same price all the time, and basically what they're saying is that the price will stay the same, but they don't really go into how that works. Okay, so when you get people like Mr. Doom, great name, basically he's saying it's a scam, and it'll eventually come out that it's a scam. You got other people saying no, it's not a scam, but there's no actual audit on that, and there's no real. It's a bit like auditing the Fed in the US. Okay, so that's the thing about it. They can't actually get the audit done, and they don't really know if it's really there. So they may have taken in $3 billion, and they've got this Tether, but the Tether, if you have a look at this. Okay, what they're saying is that in this period, let's have a look at the blue line. The blue line's the market cap. So right now they're saying that this one is like worth $1.6 billion. Okay, so they're saying that they have $1.6 billion of USD sitting there. Now the thing is that, as far as my understanding is, they can actually print as much Tether as they want, and they can take in as much USD as they want, but there's nothing correlating the two, because in a real world they would say we're going to accept in $1, okay, USD. We're going to give you this token that represents $1. Okay, it's like printing some money, and we've got that $1. We're going to do whatever we want with it. Then they might go, you know what? If we print some more of these little $1 tethers, we've then got more money to use within our exchange or in other exchanges. So if we keep printing this, we can keep putting it into accounts and doing that. Now, as far as I know, Tether, if we have a look at their website, and I'm not saying I'm an expert on this, but this is just what I've heard. It is not like the blockchain, okay? And that is why it's a worry. With other coins like Binance, and with other resources like Qcoin, for example, they represent like what they used on exchanges to trade. All right. However, you can see all the transactions. Now, they talk about here transparency. Let's click on transparency and see what they say. What they're saying is this is the balance of USD 2.2. And this is a shareholder equity, who's holding. It's always transparent. It's backed by actual assets in a reserve account. They're regularly audited, and you have access to your balance. That means nothing. You're trusting them to audit. They're saying it's all there, and they're saying all the tethers is real. This just is like trusting the government that all the money is there. They could print as much of this as they want, and there's actually no one to stop them regulating it. And this is the concern that people have about Tether. And something like this, if Tether falls over, it would cause a pretty big problem in the market, because a lot of people have got their funds tied in Tether, okay? And because that's the currency that let's say they're out of Bitcoin and they're just holding that, they would then have a problem. If they had Tether and something went wrong, all those funds in Tether would be gone, all right? So that's the problem. It's not like a cryptocurrency. It's just this one organization, Tether, basically, which is created by Bitfinex, I think. Yeah, Bitfinex, this one here. Where is it? I can't see it on here. Oh, there it is, Bitfinex. So they created it, and essentially they're saying that it has those value. All right. So just be careful. If you're going to do this, be aware that something can go wrong. I don't hold Tether. I've never traded in Tether. I just trade straight crypto for crypto. Okay, but if you're not careful, you can get into this, and maybe one day you'll wake up and the news will hit that Tether is a big scam. So it's a possibility this happens because it's just like printing money. Remember, all they're saying is it's backed. We regularly audit and whatever. This has nothing to do with cryptocurrency in terms of there's no transactions, there's no legitimacy to this, so you can't prove or disprove anything. So we'll see what happens comes out in the future. So that was what the article's about, but I thought I'd let you know about that. I have mentioned Tether in the past, but be aware this could be a scam, a big scam, and it would impact the market temporarily. However, if the market did fall because of Tether, then I still believe that the market would bounce back, and it would be a great opportunity to buy while everyone else is panicking. Okay, because when the dust settles, the fact is that the cryptocurrencies are still fixed supply. They're still limited. There's still not much of it available, and that value was still there. And once the market, stops reacting, it will come back. So that's only an if scenario. It may not happen. Some of the other ones I saw was Coinbase here. So this guy here, Andreas Antropoulos, he's well known for his talks. You can always subscribe to his channel if you want to learn anything about the Bitcoin and the market. He's very good at explaining everything about it. And he goes around and talks about it. And he was saying that Coinbase exchanges won't run the Lightning Network. And the reason is that exchanges have to have AML KYC, which is KYC is know your customer, and AML is anti-money laundering. So the reason they do this is because governments put pressure on organizations, especially like exchanges. And what will happen is they will say, you got to know who your customer is, because you can't deal with someone that you don't know. If you're dealing with someone you know, it could be from a crime, it could be a terrorist organization or something like that. We want to know where the money comes from. And that is what is most governments impose on businesses, okay? And especially exchanges. So they have to do that. But this network, which is the Lightning Network, okay? There's currently a 230 node network. It's still experimental. And he goes on to say that he doesn't think Coinbase will run the Lightning network. And the reason is that all these Lightning hubs, and it goes on to explain, is that, I'll read this to you. They have, from Coinbase's perspective, they have to be a fully KYC AMLD customer on one end of the connection. But if they receive a payment that is going to that customer over the Lightning Network, they have no idea whether that customer is the final destination. If they receive one coming in from that customer, then they have no idea if the customer is the original, which means that KYC just completely fell apart. So this means that to satisfy the KYC and this anti-money laundering, there is no way that Coinbase and any of the big exchanges are going to implement Lightning because of that nature. Okay, so you're not going to get any mass adoption there. And here's the thing, if Coinbase, which has so many users, if they're not going to adopt it and the exchanges are not going to adopt it, then it's up to other people or other merchants or something to adopt it. And that's harder because they've got to get a lot more people on board. So yeah, that was interesting about Lightning. This guy here, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, said that they've got 1,300 hours per week dedicated to Bitcoin Lightning development. So they're still saying, I heard something the other day, they only had 10 people working on it. But they're saying 1,300 hours a week. Well, actually 1,300 hours a week, 40 hours a week. That's assuming 40. I don't want to do my math here, but that's a lot. They're saying a lot of people are working on that. So, hold on. No, it says survey developers plan to give. So there's not that much happening, but they're planning to give that amount. So we'll see whether that happens or not, and whether it becomes. But at the moment, unless they come up with another solution, Lightning is not going to be used on Coinbase or the big exchanges to do with AML KYC, which means there'll be less adoption for the market. So yeah, so that some people have asked previously about Lightning, so I just thought I'd just share that with you. So no, that's good. All right, now what was another one? Japan. This story came out that one of the exchanges, Coincheck, froze all withdrawals. Basically, it was reported that $123 million worth of Ripple left its wallet on Friday the 26th. And then what happened was they completely stopped all withdrawals. Now, it'd be interesting to see what happens with this. But basically, every time you see something like withdrawals stop and then there's a massive amount of money disappeared, usually means something bad. So, you know, it could be that this got stolen. This was some sort of breach. And it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. So we might discover that they were hacked. Maybe all those funds are lost. And it'll be interesting to see whether they will be able to recoup those funds to keep everything going, because that has happened before, or whether the whole thing falls over. So yeah, if you're in Coincheck, maybe let me know. I don't know if you guys are in Coincheck or not, but it'd be interesting to get your opinion on that. So yeah, this is the thing. When you've got your coins in an exchange, when you're exchanging, what will happen is you're at the mercy. Like, they control your coins. They have your private keys because you've actually sent the coin to them. So all you've done is you've sent your coin to them and you say, hey, can you look after this for me and execute some trades according, you know, and as long as it's me logging in. But it's a whole trust thing. And if they get hacked or your account gets hacked and someone does something with your coins, there's nothing you can do. And even if it's nothing to do with your fault, this got hacked, you might lose your crypto. So this is why you need to store offline, maybe on a hardware, like a Trezor or something like that. Okay, you need to store offline. And if you are on exchanges and you've got your coin in exchanges, just realize they are at risk. And you've got to do the best you can to protect, whether it's short an amount of time in the exchange, make sure you got two-factor authentication on. There's a whole lot of different things you can do. But if they're hacked at the level of the exchange and you've done everything at your end right, you can't help that. But that's the risk of exchanges. And this will continue to happen. Happened with Mt. Gox, it happened with a bunch of others. And Coincheck is probably just the latest it's happened to. So it'd be interesting to see what happens for that story. Another one I want to add is investors file class action lawsuit against Bitconnect following its shutdown. So let's have a look what it says here. There's a class action saying it's a Ponzi scheme. 6 individuals have lost their money after investing for $771,000. So there might be more people that join this, perhaps. You know, guaranteed 40% returns, blah, blah, blah. There was a cease and desist, as you know. Be interesting to see what happens. But with this lawsuit, there'll be a guarantee they'll go after promoters of it, as well as if they can get a hold of the people that actually worked at Bitconnect or anything like that. So this is what the US does, and this is what people do, because, you know, they're taking action, and you know, they even may take other things into hand, like, you know, they might be just using law to try and get their money back or something like that. But other people use more extreme measures to basically take revenge on people. So, you know, this is not a good thing, and this is why you should stay away from Ponzi type schemes. And there's plenty of them starting up all the time, and it's only going to end badly. And that's an example of what's going to happen. And even if you promote it and you do really well, then you got a chance that someone's going to be after you for a lawsuit, especially in the US. All right, so I just thought I'd share that. I'm going to come back to you guys alive and just see what you guys have got for me. If you've got any questions, We're nearly at half an hour, so I want to get some of your questions answered. All right. Let's have a look what we got here. Hey, Samuel. Binance is trusted for trading, yes or no? Yes, I would say yes. I'm in Binance. I believe they're as safe as any other exchange. But remember, always put your two-factor authentication, limit the amount of funds that you're going to have in an exchange, and limit your exposure, because you can exchange, right, and have the coins there. So let's say you got a coin that you're holding in there, and while it's in the exchange, it's controlled by the exchange. If you withdraw those coins to a wallet off the exchange, then there's no chance of it being hacked. Okay, so let's say you've got Ethereum, you want to go buy another coin. So you put your Ethereum into the exchange, you buy the other coin that you're after, or the other token. So you swap, basically you sell your Ethereum, you swap it for that other token or that other coin, and then transaction's done. So most people might leave their coin there or token, but if you take that coin out, you're limiting your risk because it's not exposed in there. The moment you put any coin under the control of an exchange is a risk, and you need to limit that risk. Hope that helps. Robert, g'day, how you doing? Lending sites are repeatedly being attacked by DDoS. Comment on this. Yeah, it could be lots of different reasons. They use... One, things can be legitimate. You and I can go buy we can go to the market and buy a DDoS attack against a website. I can't remember what the price is. It's pretty cheap, okay? So you can go out, and if you know where to look, you can go get a DDoS attack on a website. And it will bring down that website if they don't have things in place to do that. So if you're a lending site and you want to scam people, right, you're looking for an exit because you know you're going to run out of funds, but you've already collected so much funds and you got maybe millions of dollars in there, and you're thinking, we've got a way to get out of this. So you create problems like a DDoS attack on your website. People can't connect to the website goes down, and then you say, hey, we got hacked and we lost our money, or it got stolen, or whatever. And this happens a lot because it's a great excuse. Oh, we lost it got hacked, and it's all gone. So this is what they do a lot. Whether it's true or not, you don't know, but that's why it happens. Mike Tyson says, I think a lending site is better than a trading. Please explain. Well, I think lending sites are simply scams and you'll lose your money. Better than trading. Well, trading is a skill that you develop once you learn how to trade. And essentially it's just buying, one coin for another. It's just swapping one thing for another, and you got to decide on whether you think that it's going to go up or down. A lending site is basically a Ponzi scheme, and you're going to lose your money eventually. And if you promote it and you do really well, you might even have a lawsuit against you. Anthony says Davecoin is launching a function of premature taking out lending amounts, so it's not safe now. Davecoin, as far as I know, is the same as like Bitconnect. Stay away from it. Henry says, please help to pay my coaching fees or they'll kick me out, please. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, I don't do that. You've got to, I just don't give out coin for the hell of it. Henry, you've got to develop a skill. You've got to get good at doing that skill. And once you get better at it, people will come to you for that skill, and then you can start earning dollars, okay? You got to educate yourself, and it is difficult, but you got YouTube. Go out there and basically learn as much as you can about a particular topic that you're interested in, and then start doing things like you might want to get yourself on Fiverr, or put it out there that you can help people do that and charge them a small fee, or start out free, because that's the way to get ahead, is get a skill, learn it, get a skill, do it. And get well known for that skill, and people will come to you. And obviously that skill's got to be in demand, otherwise you won't get very far. It's got to be something that they want, okay? So so there's no point in asking for handouts, all right? You just need to work for it. G'day George, how you doing? Is there any hope? Ashka, maybe that's how you say your name. Is there any hope of BCC? Do you mean... Are you talking Bitconnect or Bitcoin Cash? because BCC to me is Bitcoin Cash. But maybe if you're talking about Bitconnect, no, there's no hope for Bitconnect. You lost all your money, it's gone. So Mr. Bazinga says, when's the next live giveaway? I don't know. Maybe I'll do it soon. What's today? Friday. I'll probably do it maybe the next couple of days or something. I've got to work out something cool for you guys to do on live. So I'll come up with that. What do we got here? Yes, Mr. Bazinga said when we only had 1 or 2 people in the live stream. That's right. So we've got a few more faces. That's good. Someone says you're selfish. Come here for giveaway. Not sure what that means. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Some nice little chit chat in there. Cool. All right. So guys, while you're with me right now, we've got a few more minutes. Why don't you just ask me a question? Well, let's answer some good questions. So Ken says Theta Token is a streaming token with 1 million supply. Might want to take a look at this one, 25 cents. Okay, let's do that. Now I did look at Theta Token because I was there before the ICO launch for that. And I did have a look at it, didn't get into it. Let's see how well it's performed. I chose not to get into Theta for different reasons. So we go to ICO drops. It's my favorite little site. Let's type in Theta Token. So just to give you an idea, they've raised 20 million. Theta Token is essentially, they want to decentralize video delivery. You can check out this little video, okay? So basically, the idea is that people's machines are not being used all the time, and they essentially want to put the video, like think of YouTube, but decentralized, and they want it to be run with the machines. It's a big ask, right? Now, this ended on the 4th of January. We're basically now, what's today? We're heading up 26. So, you know, it's good a few weeks ago now that it's ended. We can see the returns already. So at the moment, we're at 2.19x USD. Doubled your money. That's really good. So if you had invested in Theta when it came out, now it may tell us what the price was, Theta. So you can see right now, according to this, it's 26 cents. There we go. So when the ICO came out, it was at 12 cents. And now Theta is at 26 cents. You would have doubled your money. So let's go back to Ken. Yes. So Ken, that is correct. You would have doubled your money. A good little project. Now, will they deliver on their roadmap? I don't know. If they do, their price is going to increase because it's going to compete with other businesses and other things out there. Okay, so they've got their little roadmap here. Let's have a quick look at the roadmap. So they came up with the idea. They already had an existing type company that they worked on. They already had some existing money to do it. Then they did the token sale. Now the phase 3 is implementation. So they're going to implement into their platform they already have. At the end of the year, bring out their own blockchain. And then basically next year, this is all planned, they're going to launch that onto the new blockchain. So they're building a new network. In 2019, they're talking about their premium on-demand content and also content for their, basically the videos they're going to do. So, you know, this has got a while to go. And if they can deliver and actually create, like if you check out the video, you will get an idea of what they were trying to implement. And, you know, it's a pretty complicated thing. It's all about live video streaming and the cost of the infrastructure. And they're trying to use a decentralized network to allow that streaming video to work better and basically reduce the cost. So, you know, it's a big thing. But if they can come up with it, then this will continue to go up in value. It's as simple as that, okay? Because other people will get on board and eventually when these projects, if it delivers and it goes to market and everyday people start using the technology behind this, it shifts from old technology to new technology, and then that's when the money starts rolling in and the value happens. So yeah, that's a good pick up on Theta. I'm glad you brought that one up. Yes, there is some big names behind it. Algie says, what do you think of Upcoin? Definitely gives up 500 balance when signing up. Sounds dodgy to me. Let's have a look at Upcoin. Google search Upcoin, see what we get. First thing is I get an ad, right? See, this is how I pick up dodginess. This is simple. First ad is an ad that says, join, sign up, register for $500 bonus. Okay? Dodgy. Normal coins don't do that. That's the first thing that rings alarm bells. So we've got a countdown timer and a bonus. So let's see what else. It's a trading, blah, 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 developers. Apparently 10 years. Choose your payment system. No withdrawal limits, just 2%. Yep, and let's see what we're going to do. What are we going to do? What's this all about? It's just trading. What are we trading? Doesn't say much, does it? Let's scroll back down. Where's their, let's have a look. Where's their social? See on this website? No social. No Telegram channel. No Twitter channel. No Slack channel. No Facebook. Got nothing. It's just a website where you can sign up and pay. And I can't even see what you're actually getting. My goodness. Yeah. You know, what's the actual... What are you actually getting here? You're just trading, selling what? Tokens? Other people's tokens? Alright, well, to me, that's dodgy. It might turn out to be okay, but there's no transparency here. There's no other channels for people to comment on it. This is just one site. So I'm going to put that in the dodgy category. I wouldn't put your money into that. Otherwise, just see it goodbye. All right, next question. No, nothing. That's okay. Now, if you guys, we might finish up shortly, but if you guys want to know any like how-to questions, like I did one before yesterday on the wallet, how to use the wallet and setting up the wallet, Exodus. So if you want to see any more things like that, let me know. I don't know how experienced you guys are, whether you want to know how to do like a Mew wallet. So I don't know if you know about what a Mew wallet is. MEW, right? That's MEW. It's a Mew wallet, but it's short for MyEtherWallet. Okay, so I call it Mew, which is MEW, which stands for MyEtherWallet. So whenever you first come here, you always you'll have this disclaimer, but also always check that it says MyEtherWallet LLC US, and this is to make sure it's the real one. If you go to a dodgy site that looks identical and is not the real site, there's a risk of losing your funds. So I suggest you read through this. It talks about what MyEtherWallet is, but the idea behind MyEtherWallet, and I can educate you guys if you want to know, is you've got like Bitcoin and Dash and Litecoin, okay, and their wallets. You have Exodus, and you might have a wallet that you put those coins in. But when it comes to Ethereum, okay, so Exodus will go into Ethereum, but MyEtherWallet is like an online wallet for Ethereum and ERC20 tokens. And what that means is any token that uses the Ethereum platform, so most of the ICOs are done on the Ethereum platform. And so what happens is when you can actually have a wallet. It's easy to create one. I can go through and show you the process of how to do that, and also how you can connect to it safely and stuff like that in the different ways. Because if you have a wallet and you access it, you can have your private key, plus there's all these other ways you can access it. And once you have access to it, then you can send and receive funds just like in another wallet. So yeah, if you want to know more about like how to do that sort of stuff, let me know. Because I always like showing people how to do different things. If you're interested in coins, like if you want to know maybe top 5 picks maybe for the next month or so, or maybe some privacy coins that you're interested in, or any of those types of things, just let me know, because whatever you guys are interested in is what I'm going to talk about and answer some of those questions. Okay, so hopefully that will help you. So all right, I can't see any more questions for you guys at the moment, so I really appreciate you spending the time with me tonight just to answer your questions and to go through. And I do read all your questions and comments that you put up, so I do appreciate that. I can't get to them all, but if you didn't get answered and you still want to answer it, you can always ask it on the live stream if it's suitable. If not, maybe I'll get to it. Maybe you'll get lucky and win the giveaway, and also I'll be able to answer your question as well. So hopefully that will help you, and I will talk to you again tomorrow night. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, so like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon if you haven't done that before, and basically put your comments or question and then put a Bitcoin Cash address in there so you got a chance to win when I draw it out tomorrow night. It'd be great. Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.